I know we all think that salads need to have lettuce, but they don't, because by definition, a salad is just a mixture of various raw or cooked vegetables, usually seasoned with oil, vinegar, or other dressing. So these are delicious salads that don't suck, and they're completely vegan. Starting off with this Faro salad. If you've never had Faro before, oh my goodness, you need to have it. Now, if you're gluten-free, Faro is not for you, so you can just sub this with like quinoa or lentils, but all you have to do is boil it for about 30 minutes, add a little salt in there, and that's it. While it's cooking, you're going to prepare your dressing. So we're going to make like a lemony light olive oil dressing. So I'm squeezing the juice of 2 lemons. We're adding an olive oil, a little maple syrup, a little Dijon mustard. You don't taste the maple syrup, but just to help combat the acidity of the lemons. And then, okay, I started doing this for this video. I just used my little frother to help whip up the dressing. So easy, I love that. And then I added in some salt and garlic powder to taste, whipped it up one more time, tasted it, made sure I liked it, and that's it. Super easy dressing. We're going to prep some fruits and veggies. So I'm adding an apple into the salad. I love apples in salad because they're just like really crisp and nice, and they're perfect. I know they're like, everyone thinks apples are very fall, which they are, but they're like pretty seasonal all year round. So I love apples in a salad. So once our farro is done cooking, you're just going to strain it and then rinse it in nice cold water. This will help to cool it down very quickly, so we could just throw it right into our salad and just dump that all into a nice big bowl. We're going to add in 1 can of chickpeas drained and rinsed, a bunch of chopped walnuts, some green olives, artichoke hearts, the apple, and you're just going to add the dressing, mix it up, and that's it. It's super simple. I like to add my dressing in stages, so I'll add some, and then I'll give the salad a nice big toss, and then I'll add more. That way I just know it's getting like super evenly coated, but you can just do whatever you feel is best if you just want to add it all at once. I also always like to save a little bit for drizzling on top after, just to really make sure you can see the dressing on top of the salad. And then I just garnished with some microgreens and a little bit of the dressing and a little bit of black pepper, and I kept it really simple, and this is so good. It's so light. It's lemony. It's really perfect for summer. I love the artichoke hearts in there. I love the chickpeas and the apple. You get that little bite of sweetness. The olives are salty. The nuts are, obviously nutty. They provide texture. And the farro is chewy and just, oh my goodness, the salad is so good. So if you've been looking for a really yummy farro salad, make this. This is nice and hearty. It can be enjoyed on its own or as a side dish, and it's so good. So on to our next salad. We're going to make a BLT Orzo salad. This is probably my favorite salad that we made for this. So this is Orzo. It's a little pasta shape. Again, if you're gluten-free, you can use gluten-free Orzo for this. And then you're going to need some vegan bacon. I'm using the Sweet Earth Benevolent bacon. I think they changed the formula on this because the strips were so much better. This time, I haven't used it in a few years, and the strips were still like break apart. So this is a much better formula. So I'm going to pop those in a pan to cook them. It only takes a few minutes. And then we are going to add some salt into a big pot of water, and we're going to cook our orzo. Orzo cooks up pretty quick. It only takes about 7 minutes, so just keep an eye on it. And in the meantime, I'm cooking our bacon, just checking on it, making sure, flip it a few times. Like I said, this bacon cooks really, really quickly, so it's great. I love this vegan bacon. The Hooray Foods vegan bacon is also very good, so whichever one you'd like to use, or if you want to use homemade vegan bacon. Then, of course, we're going to cut up some tomatoes. I'm using some really nice grape tomatoes. I'm going to cut them in half. You could leave them whole if you want, but I just feel like the halves are nicer in this salad. And then once our bacon was done cooking, I removed it from the pan and I let it cool for a few seconds just so it wasn't burning hot. And I'm just going to chop it up into tiny little bite-sized pieces, just like this. Last but certainly not least, for our lettuce aspect, we're actually going to use kale. So I'm using Dino kale. I love it. And I'm going to rip the sort of stemmy core out from there, and I'm just going to rip the leaves off. I like kale in salads because it holds up a lot better. This will last you a few days in the fridge, and I just didn't really want to use like romaine or iceberg or something in there. So once I got the core out, I rolled everything up, and I am just going to finely chop my kale up. I kept it pretty small because it just is better that way in a salad, easier to eat, easier to chew. And yeah, but if you would like to use a different lettuce, you definitely can. It's of course always up to you. So I added in my cooked orzo, which I did also rinse with cold water before putting it in the salad. Added in my tomatoes, my vegan bacon, and all of my beautiful kale. And then we're gonna make a really yummy dressing. This is kind of like a Greek yogurt ranch style dressing, sorry. And I'm going to add in a bunch of Greek yogurt, some vegan mayo, and then seasonings. And of course, as always, all the recipes are down in the description box and on my blog, and a little bit of water. And then we're taking the mini frother again, and we are just going to blend this up. This is like gonna be my favorite trick of the summer, I think. This was so easy. And then I just checked it out, tasted it, tasted good to me. yummy. And we're gonna pour it onto our salad. Oh my goodness, the salad is so good. Like, you need to make this. It's also another one that's just great as a main dish or as a side, but you get everything in here. You have your carbs, fat, protein, so good. And just mix it up, and that's pretty much it. You are now done. Of course, like I said last time, I always like to just keep some dressing aside for drizzling on top. I didn't add too many garnishes to this one because I just felt like as it was alone, it just was nice. It had a lot of colors, a lot of texture, a lot of variety. I felt like it just didn't need very much on there. And if you've never put orzo in a pasta salad before, it's so good. I love orzo. I love it in soups and on its own, but it's really good in a pasta salad. And I just think this is so fun because like everybody knows a BLT. Everyone thinks it's such a classic thing, but this is a fun little twist on it and an easy way to enjoy all the flavors of a BLT without having to make the sandwich if you don't feel like it. And I think this would be really fun for a party. And like I said, I think this was my favorite one. And last but certainly not least, we're going to make a macaroni salad. So I'm just salting my water and I'm going to cook up my pasta. I'm using chickpea pasta. This macaroni salad is inspired by my boyfriend because he loves sweet pickles in his macaroni salad, which I never really did. So thank you for that to him. And we're going to add in bell peppers, and I got these really gorgeous purple carrots. So how beautiful are those? So let's throw those in there. Then we're going to add in some radish, and then we're going to add in a cup of bread and butter pickles, or you could use like sweet gherkins, whatever you like. On top, we're going to use a bunch of vegan Greek yogurt. I'm not a big vegan mayo fan, so I used it sparingly here. Then we're going to add in some tahini. This is the one from Soom Foods. It's really great. And then a little bit of vegan mayo and a little bit of mustard, and that is it. I keep this simple. Oh, and I forgot, of course, the most important thing. I can't believe I forgot it. We're going to add in the pickle juice. This is going to add in a lot of flavor, and it's sweet. You don't need too much, and you can add in as much as you like. Again, I don't like a super sweet macaroni salad, so I didn't add in too much. I probably only added in 2 tablespoons, giving it a taste, adding in a little bit more. With these recipes, you can just really season things to how you like them. Added in some salt and a little extra garlic powder and just tossed it up, and that was it. And once I was happy with how it tasted, I was ready to plate it up. Now I wanted to make this look a little bit prettier than just, thinking of like traditional deli macaroni salad. So I added some microgreens and some edible flowers, and I think this came out really pretty. And of course, you could add in whatever veggies you like, whatever you like in your macaroni salad. I know celery is popular in there, so just customize it to how you like. But I like that this isn't heavy on the mayo. I like that it's lightly sweetened, not overly sweetened, and the pickles in there are so good. They add the best little crunch. So all of these recipes can be found, like I said, on my blog, or you could check out the description box for the ingredients. If you make these, let me know what you think of them. I'd love to hear. And if you're looking for more recipes like this, then you could check out the cards above. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon with some more recipes. Bye.